Okay, Dr. Sahil, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you, sir?
Fine, fine,
Hope doing good.
fine, fine.
Well, I was just crossing a few lines of Iqbal, and definitely you might have gone through it as well. Very famous lines. अक्ल को आस्तां से दूर नहीं है, इसकी तकदीर में हुजूर नहीं है, दिले बीना भी कर खुदा से तलब, आँख का नूर दिल का नूर नहीं है. Sir, would you like to throw light on these very lines, and especially what does dile bina mean in these lines?
So, if I use, if the transliteration of the words can be taken, even if things or words are poorly translated from one language to another language, maybe Noor is not light. Noor is some divine light, a sort of divine light in that sense. So you can say one is light, one is sight, and other can be insight. So these are three gradations. So sight is normally seeing, but one is seeing through and through, beneath and beyond, and inside also. And insight is some profound sight. You can see it that. So that's why you can say dilebina. So you can say this morph this Iqbalian verse in how this mystical way of trying to comprehend, or the way intellect is somehow morphed with an insight from an understanding which is divine. So you can say in that sense Iqbal is trying to say आँख का नूर दिल का नूर नहीं, गो अकल से
अक्ल को आस्तां से दूर नहीं,
हाँ इश्क में हुजूर नहीं. What's that end?
अक्ल को आस्तां से दूर नहीं है, इसकी तकदीर में हुजूर नहीं है.
हाँ, the way akal, it's famously you can categorize, if I'll just categorize Iqbalian way of defining akal, it's only interested in immediacy of things, the pragmatic part of things. So what you can concretize, what you can materialize, or what you can emphasize, these are terms of philosophy, but you can see it, what you can catch. So once you go in the flight of ishq, or in the flight, fine. Achha, fine. Sorry. So when you have akal in that sense, it's going to have a profound flight in presence of that ishq. So even though akal has an overarching presence, once you go have a tinge of ishq, or once you have that mystical way of looking at things, it's always not, it's having a presence, but in some holistic sense, which you cannot catch here in nowness of the time is there. So you become more the profundity of this mystical flight, which is associated with this ishq. It transcends the speciality of things, how you can see things in terms of space and time, which is very much definite.
So, definitely these lines have a profound meaning as well. अक्ल को आस्तां से दूर नहीं है, इसकी तकदीर में हुजूर नहीं है, दिले बीना भी कर खुदा से तलब, आँख का नूर दिल का नूर नहीं है. Is it, sir, related to somewhat the ruh concept, dile bina?
Dile bina, is it related with ruh? So
from the Islamic theological point of view, is it so?
No, it's more or less how you can that profound insight, which will lead to realization of that ultimate.
Does it evolve with the time?
Dile bina means a profound insight which will make you clearer, closer to the divine.
So is it cultivated, or is it there?
It can be, it's always there. The seeds are there in room, but
germination is needed.
But the thing is, in presence of a given environment or your continuous action, or your sincerity to working on a particular path, things may become more clearer and clearer. Or this insight, it will become dump, or it will have some layers, dusty layers can be attached to it. It may the sight may get, you may it become blinder. You don't work on that realization, or realization. I'll use the words of Iqbal. Words, if you don't work on your khudi, your inside, that light will go away, and you will be part of that animal world. The animality, one is the animal instinct. What makes human a bashar, or what a man goes from, if I use words of Quran, nafsi amara, nafsi lawama, and nafsi mutmaina. These are 3 stages. So in the animal self, you have to work. So the animal self, then is human self, which has both good and evil. The idea of good and evil. There are paths are given. But if you become a kufura wa shukura, if you become a grateful human being, grateful to nature, grateful to Almighty, you work, you will reach towards that mutmaina, the stage of contentment. So you can say this dilbina will lead you towards that.
Okay.
So it's, you have to work on, the seeds are there, but you have to work it either
Cultivate it.
or cultivate it either way, whatever. You can go this way or that way.
Okay, that's nice, sir. Well, another Rubai, in fact, very famous Rubai of Allama Iqbal from Bale Jibreel, perhaps, which definitely finds the mention here as we are talking this very topic. The lines are, I quote, जवानों को मेरी आहें सहर दे, जवानों को मेरी आहें सहर दे, फिर इन शाहीन बच्चों को बालों पर दे, खुदाया आरज़ू मेरी यही है, खुदाया आरज़ू मेरी यही है, मेरा नूरे बसीरत आम कर दे. Here Dr. Iqbal has mentioned Noor-e Basirat. Can you please elucidate it in few words? What does Noor-e Basirat
means you have to contextualize the times Iqbal was living in. So it was a unique synthesis of East and West, his philosophy. So he wanted to, he had a strong feeling that the way he reinterpreted his divine wisdom in the spirit of age, that interpretation is the need of the times. So people can, if they will go through that message, they will really come to the thing, because there were various layers of modernity, layers of westernization, layers of different philosophies. The way idealistic systems in the earlier 19th century, they were in defense. Religion was in defense in the starting 19th century, and the whole forces of materialism, forces of pragmatism, and the Renaissance, the sorts of unfolding of those forces, and the total wholesome, what I should say, the way the spirit of East or developing world, which will come, it was bedazzled in that sense. There was acute sense of inferiority in the Muslim lands. So that's why he is trying to say, if the young people of those times, they have to come up, if they have to have some, what I should say, they want to have some sort of element of self-respect which is left in their civilization, they have to really come out. And since he was, he had a confidence without that sense of inferiority, in that sense, he was aware of both traditions, thorough and thorough, Islamic as well as. So he could just have something important to say, and in an idiom which you can say standard.
Does, as I have quoted the two different poetic lines of Iqbal, while in the first one, the former one which I mentioned, which I quoted, where he uses the word Dilebina, and in the second one he uses Noor-e Basirat. Are these two correlated? Does it mean one and the same thing, Dilebina and Noor-e Basirat, or are they total different entities?
Noor-e Basirat means means Dilibina will lead to that Noor
Or
Basirat.
is it a prerequisite?
नहीं, when he say हाथ है अल्लाह का बंदा मूमिन का हाथ, गालिबो कारो कार आफियो कार साथ उसकी उम्मीदें कलील, उसके मकासिद जलील, नरम दमी गुफ्तगू, गरम दमी जुस्तजू. So those या मूमिन है फ़कत आज़ान बुरहान, those divinely quality sifat. So that is the highest stage in that thing. When you will really be godly in that sense. Whatever you think, God thinks like that. So this Dilibina will lead you to that. Noor-e Basirat is, if you work
Outcome.
on Dilibina,
Outcome of-
Dilibina, you will attain Noor-e Basirat.
Outcome of
That divinely, that you will have it divinely in that sense. Your seeing will be, you are seeing with the eyes of God. You are working with the hands. So whole nature conspires you to work in that sense.
So we can say that Noor-e Basirat is a kind of harvest or the reap you find,
Noor-e Basirat is a virtue which you attain
attain.
if you work on the
No,
Dilibina.
harvest in the sense what you have worked and what you have, the
But
hard work you
Noor-e
have put in.
Basirat, so it's not that Noor-e Basirat means it's also sort of skill. It's also sort of additional quality which is part of it. Once you work
And
on
it is based on Dilibina leads to you that.
हाँ,
It's an achievement. Noor-e Basirat is an achievement
how you can say it? Yes, yes. It's a gift which is given.
given.
It's not achievement. It's a gift
Okay.
which will come
Oh.
while you are working on Dilibina.
So one has to work on it first.
So it's an open choice.
Or there should be temptation for it, or
Temptation can be either
inclination,
way, either-
inclination towards.
Temptation is in either way, but the thing is that if you really want to work on Noor-e Basirat, it's also not that easy. We tested because you have to leave lot of things,
And you definitely
comforts. Well, sometimes you have to leave comforts. You have to you have to be against sometimes society. You have to work on against your own self-interest for
Or-
higher goal.
and there is also a need of an atalik. You need guru or you need some mentor who can lead you to
So
that.
that's.
Isn't it?
But if, for example, if a student
On
is
you-
there, if a student is in the real sense, the teacher will come.
Yes.
First, you have to be a good seeker.
Seeker.
Then there will be on the way stations. People who will
Inclination
guide
should
you.
be
They,
there,
they
yes.
will be guide you.
They will guide.
They will guide you.
Well,
in any field. It's
Well,
not
Dr. Sahil, thank you very much. And though short one, a brief one, but as the saying goes, brevity is beauty. So thank you very
But
much.
before saying you were
Yeah,
saying the
please.
last one, that what I should say. आपको that हाँ yes which I forgot to say. मुझे जवानों को है तू जवानों को पूरों का उस्ताद कर दे.
अच्छा अच्छा,
We're talking of that.
जवानों को पीरों का उस्ताद कर दे.
हाँ हाँ हाँ. So actually, in whole of Iqbal in poetry, he is very much appreciative of young people,
Young people,
who
youth.
can carry the baton forward,
To the next generation.
and who can just take the mantle of the leadership in their own hands, because of the ossified outlooks of the leader, of the religious ulema, the leaders, the education. They were not coming up to
Yes,
those
yes.
standards.
He was
And
against
that's why
those.
he says मुझे उन जवानों से है मोहब्बत जो सितारों पे डालते हैं कमन. So he was ahead of his age.
Yes.
And he says that सितारों पे डालते हैं कमन. Even in our times when people are saying we'll go to moon and we'll go to just photograph, we'll get samples. So he was having that enthusiasm that young people should go. They should have
Explore.
सितारों पे
Begin,
डालते
yes.
कमन. So they can, when it's in poetic sense. But he's just tinkering young people to go explore the boundaries of exploration in space, in time, in whatever way. Yes, that's it. So it's part of that.
Yes, surely he was in favor of the youth and always asking them to go ahead
Yes,
in their lives and
that's the next boundary.
next one definitely. And he was against that खानका और रस्मों खानकाई मिजाज. He was against all that thing. पीरे हरम रहो रस्म खानका ही छोड़.
Yes, yes, yes.
मकसूद समझ मेरी नवाए सहरी का.
हाँ.
अल्लाह रखे तेरे जवानों को सलाम.
Yes, yes, yes.
दे इनको सबक खुद शक नहीं व खुद न
हाँ हाँ हाँ. मगरिब ने सिखाया उनको
फने शीशे गरी
के
का
तू इनका सिखा खारा सिखा.
शिगाफी के तरीके.
Means cutting the
दिल
stones.
तोड़ गई इनका वो
हाँ.
सदियों की गुलामी.
Yes,
दारा कोई सोच इनकी परेशान नजरी का.
हाँ,
It's a
हाँ.
lovely point.
Yes, yes.
So and quite often, on and off, he has talked about this. He has addressed the youth, and he was against this derailed system, Khankai system. He was against that. That used to disturb him a lot, and he believed differently, as you have said, sir. That he believed that it is in the hands of the youth, the destiny and the future of the nation. He definitely believed it. So, well, sir, thank you very much for your valuable ideas and insightful ideas. So, thanks a lot. May Allah bless you.
Thanks.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.